Hi, I'm Jenny Boom Boom, and this is Who Will She Be Talking to Wednesdays. It's a weekly show that I do every Wednesday at 7 o'clock where I bring somebody on to talk to them about everything that I want to ask them at the time. And it's always somebody that I really, really like and I just want to talk to. So anyway, I really am excited about my guest tonight. We've been friends for a very, very long time, and this person is really, really talented. I mean, super talented. I knew this years ago when I first met this artist. And while we're waiting for this person to come on with me tonight, does anyone have any guesses as to who I'll be talking to tonight? This person's from New Jersey. That's the first guest. Hi, Shell. How you doing, darling? This person's from New Jersey. Oh, she's already here. Hold on. Okay, because I don't want to hold her up. I know she's got a very, very busy schedule. So let's just bring her on. Love this young lady. She is my friend, and I'm so happy I'm going to get to talk to her tonight. So let's get her on here. This is going to be super fun. Justina Valentine, hi.
Boom, boom.
How are you, darling?
How are you?
I'm doing great.
I was just making myself cute real quick because, you know, when you have a date with Jenny Boom Boom, you don't want to be late. But I just walked in the door. I had no eyebrows on. I still have my Invisalign on, but I said I can't make Miss Boom Boom wait. It's really just here I am. What's up?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I cannot complain. Just been running around crazy. I was actually in your neck of the woods this weekend. I was in
Sure.
I was in New Haven, Connecticut. I was with my brother Chris Webby. Shout out to Webby. We just shot a brand new video. We have a new single dropping October 28th. They're hearing it here first with Jenny Boom Boom, the queen of CT, so it's only fitting. And it's called MYOB, Mind Your Own Business, featuring Chris Webb. And we were out there shooting.
So how was the video shoot with Chris?
It was fire. So I got to Connecticut, I think it was Friday, and then I got all my scenes out of the way on Friday. Webby came on Saturday, shot his scenes. He previewed some of his new music. He had us all gagging. And you know what, Jenny?
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
My daughter has those too, so I'm used to it. Trust me.
Sorry, you guys have been blessed. A little spit action. But yeah, I figured if I'm not going to get my body done, I might as well get my teeth together, you know?
Right. So the funny thing about that, I mean, I know you have a dog because you love your dog. So my daughter leaves hers around all the time, and the dog constantly gets them and eats them. So it's like she'll be like, no one touched them. They're on the counter, but somehow they've ended up on the floor with the dog. So yeah.
That was the first thing actually the dentist told me. He was like, I know you have a dog and you're always with your dog. He was like, you cannot leave these around because they love it. I wonder why. I guess because it has like our spit, as you just saw as I took them out.
Yeah.
And a little like chewy. So they must just like the consistency. But yeah, he hasn't gotten to these yet. But these are my first tray. And I was on Reddit, like reading different things. And on Reddit, I saw that some people go through like 50, 60 trays. So I'm not looking forward to it.
No, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I noticed your teeth needed any fixing, but hey, why not?
The top is fine. The bottom is like a little snarled, but you know, I figured we're all in the house anyway. Like
Right.
now, if you want to fix your teeth, fix your teeth. Do it now.
Right. I agree. So I wanted to talk to you because during, quarantine, well, everyone is really, really, really in the house.
Yeah.
You were working harder than anyone anywhere. I mean, you, Justina Valentine, were working harder than anyone. So talk to me about that.
Yeah. Well, so when the coronavirus, struck, or when it really became like a thing that everyone got worried about and stuff, we were on tour. While Annette was on tour, we were doing a 30-city tour, and we were only about, I think, 5 or 6 dates in. And we got to, I think it was Baltimore, and they called us like all in the room, like we have to have an emergency meeting, and we were like, crap. So we get in the room, and they're like, yeah, the rest of the tour has been postponed due to the coronavirus, whatever. So when that happened, it was like, wow, this is, really real. Like they're canceling the tour. We're on this huge tour. We're doing 10, 15,000 seater like arenas and stuff. So when that happened, we knew it was real. So once we all got back home and stuff, I'm thinking in my head, I don't know how long this is going to last. So let me take advantage of kind of the downtime. So with that time, I had an idea right away, and I was like, let me do like a vlog series called Quarantine with Justina.
Which is hilarious. Hilarious, by the way. Love
Thank
it.
And like I never knew like what to expect from it, but I put out the first one out and it has like 2 million views. So I was like, oh, I gotta do a follow up. So I did a part 2, I did a part 3. So I was doing a lot of vlogs while I was home on on quarantine. So it started with the quarantine with Justina, and then I just did my first mukbang. I did a bunch of behind the scenes just from footage I had. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to be recording. And it's funny because Webby would always tell me, he was like, if you put out music as consistently as me, like you would blow your Spotify out of the water. So I started dropping music more consistently. I would do at least a song a month and a video a month. And it just like blew up my YouTube and my Spotify. Just a consistent, distribution of music. And then I also got on my TikTok grind.
Yeah, I
And
saw you every day. You had a TikTok video, which was awesome.
every day. So I grew my TikTok to, I think I'm at like 5.5 million. A list just came out and they put me as the #2 female rapper on TikTok, like
Wow.
stats or whatever. So, yeah, I just really wanted to take the time to utilize the time. Like I read somewhere that whoever created Uber created it during like, it was a time like this, whatever the last, pandemic was or whatever. So I wanted to take my time to do good stuff with it and, see a lot of progress because you don't always have that time to do that. Sometimes I'm shooting all year round and I can't drop a song or 2 songs a month. So now that I was home to do it, I really utilized every day. I made different sets like in my house.
I saw him in your house.
What'd you say?
I said I saw you were shooting videos in your home and they were looking incredible.
Everywhere. Thank you. Yeah, we even we turned a crawl space in my house like into like one set. Like we covered with garbage bags. We just got really creative. Like me and my team got really creative and just wanted to make sure we weren't being stagnant during the quarantine. And then it was cool. MTV had me doing a couple different shows during the time. So I was just, I never woke up and was like, oh, I have nothing to do today. I'm depressed, I'm sad. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna keep it moving every day and just keep my days filled. And that made the time go and also made me feel better about myself,
I wanted to say Justina Makes Over Your Man is hilarious too. Just letting you know. I love it. That's on MTV. So I was thinking about you earlier today because, we've known each other for years and years and years.
Yep.
And you've come on the radio station and we've done Chris Webby's show together and and you're super dope. Like you've been on stage, like in front of me, someone's giving you a topic and you freestyled. And I mean, you're super, super talented, but I'm not sure people really understand how hard you've worked for how long you've worked. I mean, you're not new to this. This is like, you've been grinding forever. So
Right.
I'm extremely proud of you. I am. But when you look back now, at the years that have happened here with you doing work, and you think about that process, what do you think about it?
I think about there was plenty of nights like this, but there was this one night in particular where I remember I was just feeling broke, busted, and disgusted. I kept overdrawing my bank account, and I remember I have this one really good friend at the bank I go to, and she always laughs because this one day I came in and I was just so upset and mad, and I was crying, and I was like, why do you guys keep overdrafting my account? Like if I have no money in it and then I use my card 3 more times that day, why do you allow me to keep using it? Just say fine. Because it was this one day I got like 4 or 5 overdrafts in a day and it was like $30 each time. And when you're broke, shit. So I went in there and I was so upset. And at that point she couldn't get rid of them because she had already like gotten rid of some of them for me. And now she just laughs to see like how far I came. She's like, yeah. She was like, remember how you came in I had went to that bank forever, but she was new to the bank and I just came in like a bat out of hell. So it's this one night in particular where I remember I was just laying in bed and I was just so depressed and I was so down and I was just praying and I was like, please God, like just let me know like something, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't God's plan to let me know something right away, right then. But I just remember that night, like how down I was. It was like one of the most down I ever was, because I'm normally a pretty happy go lucky happy person. Even when shit's not perfect or when shit wasn't great, I was still always just tried to, stay positive and have a positive mindset. But I just think of those times when I was so down and just not knowing if anything would happen. And I just like, in my brain, I'm like, I wish I could thank myself then for not stopping, because I never knew. I had no connection to anybody in the music industry, TV, nothing. I didn't know nobody who knew nothing, who knew nobody. I mean, not a single connect at all. So, just to have like kept grinding through that, and it's like I had to go through so many no's before I finally got a yes. And then, the turning point for me, obviously, I mean, Jenna, because like you said, we've known each other for a while. Like, I had a little buzz when I had the record with Fetty and the Candyland, and definitely like locally in the tri-state.
Right.
People knew me in like New York and New Jersey, and I guess maybe like a little bit Connecticut.
Yeah.
But, then the turning point for me was obviously when I got on Wild 'N Out, which my initial plan was not to get on TV. My initial plan was music, but my musical abilities, my rapping and my freestyle ability, that's what got me on TV. Was the producers of the show seeing a bunch of freestyles, real freestyles off the top that I had done, and then that's what got me that blessing. So yeah, I guess when I think about everything I've been through and how, that's what a lot of people really don't know, is how hard for real it was for me
Right.
to get on. And I'm also the type, I really don't ever like complain too much or do the post like, you guys have no idea what I've been through. I don't do a lot of those, and I think it's just, not that I think they're bad to do, but it's just, I think mainly I've always kept the attitude of gratitude. So I'm just more focused on being thankful. But a lot of people don't know for real like how hard it was for me to get on. And I think what did open some people's eyes to that was when I put out my project Feminem, which it's about to be the 2 or 3 year anniversary of that in November. I'm gonna do a repost of it. But when they listened to some of those songs that were real, like, told my story, they were like, wow, like, you, and even that's just like a tip of the iceberg of what I had to, go through to get where I'm at. So I honestly just look back at it and I'm thankful. I'm just so thankful, for the journey and that I'm at where I'm at. It's just, that's the main aura and the vibe when I look back, is just like I said, that attitude of gratitude and just being thankful that I didn't stop, and the downtrodden, sad me didn't stop and just, kept going. And you were one of those people that honestly I'll always be thankful toward, and always, you could call me for anything, because you were one of those people that did bring me up to the radio station at Connecticut. That was, probably one of the first times I had been to the radio, between you and like a couple New York things I had done. So, and that was before I was on TV. So,
Of course, because you were dope. You're dope. You're so good at what you do. Like, so good. And I was so happy that you got the Wild 'N Out. And I know that you made a joke, like, I think right after you got on, I spoke to you and you're like, everyone says I'm sleeping with Nick Cannon or something. You made some weird joke to me, whatever. But I was like,
people still make that joke.
But, honestly, you are so talented, Justina. Like, no one would ever think anything like that, because you get up on the stage at Wild 'N Out and you command the stage. Like, you're so good at what you do. It's unbelievable. You're so unbelievably talented. You really are.
Thank you. And what I do love about like my core fan base and just people who have been fans for a long time, when people sometimes will be like, yeah, but like, are they really like freestyling on Wild 'N Out? Like, one of the most popular games is called Why You Bull Spittin', where we're on a bull and it's literally like a word generator. Now, I've seen people do word generators before, and yeah, if you do 2 or 3 words, that might be planned. But when you have a word generator and you're doing like, and there's like 30 castmates, like, you think like something like that could never be planned. So when people are like, yeah, but is it a really freestyle? And then when I have my fans that are like, yo, I saw her at Warped Tour in 2013, and we gave this words from the crowd. Like, anyone who's my real have been to a show, they've literally watched people in the crowd give me words, or even people that are just in tune with what I'm doing. They've seen me on Sway, where I spit like a 6-minute freestyle where Sway's giving me words. So the people who know what I do know, and I don't have to say nothing. They'll be like, yeah, go look up, you know, and they'll like give them stats on what to look up. So that's just been a blessing for me to have had fans that have came out in person that I've been able to touch and that have been able to see it firsthand prior to me even being on TV. So they're like, oh nah, like she's been doing this, you know, since before that. So that's, you know, always been a blessing. And hopefully as soon as everything clears up, you know, it is a couple rumors swirling around of a possible, you know what I mean, Webby Justina tour in 2020.
Oh,
If everything, you know, clears up. So, you know.
Well, Chris Webby would love to get back on tour, and I had him on the show a couple weeks ago, and he needs to get out the house. Like, he wants to go on tour. Like, you know, it's killing him because he's always on tour. You know,
and he had some stuff like booked for when everything went down. So you know, I'm looking like, damn, I want to finish the rest of the Wild Out tour. Like I said, we did like 5 or 30 shows, and then Webby I know had something booked for around the same time, and then had something probably would have been out right now. So I think everyone just kind of is, you know, really excited and looking forward to getting back to their craft and their passion after we can make sure everything's safe and all that. But for creatives like me and Webby, I, you know, haven't let it stop the grind. I actually have been creating more songs, and I'm gonna drop an album in November. Which Penny. So if you have any good album titles, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Or if anyone live has a good title.
I love the OnlyFans single. I mean, you have so much music out. I was going to list it all, but I mean, it would take forever to list all of this music that you have out. I wrote out just about everything that I've heard since 2020 started, and your music just sounds incredible. You sound so mature and just, you know yourself in your music, and I love it. You know that I do. I saw you. Well, first of all, we just brought up OnlyFans, so you are on OnlyFans.
So I'm actually not, so many people are still so confused about it. So when OnlyFans came out, at first when I heard about it, I was like, oh, maybe, you know what I mean, I'll make one, do some cool behind the scenes stuff. But you know, I made the decision not to do it just because for right now, I feel like it has a certain connotation that wouldn't be right for me. It's right for other people doing it, and you know, more props to them. I know a lot of people killing it on there, making some good money. So then my mind started working, and I'm like, okay. I was working on this beat one night, and the hook just came to me. I started freestyling the hook, singing the hook. So I take out my voice note on my phone. I freestyle the hook, and then I just start rapping. I'm like, yo, I'm about to do a song called OnlyFans and tell a story with it. And everyone's going to gag because I'm just going to be like, say something like, all right, I gave in OnlyFans link in the bio. And people are going to be like I knew every reaction I got from it, I knew I would get. I knew that there would be haters that would be like, oh, Wildin' Out's over. You must need some money. Or, yeah, I should have known like you were a slut and you were going to do this. Like I knew I would get those. And then I knew I'd get people that'd be like, yo, I've been waiting. Go off my, I ran the gamut of comments like in my brain before I got them that I knew I would get, and I got them all. So everyone went to click to go see the OnlyFans. And then when they clicked on it, it was a YouTube video. I dropped the video as soon as
I saw the video.
Yeah, and some of my favorite comments, like I think the top comment on the video was definitely tricked, but not disappointed. You went off. Like everyone really thought it was the OnlyFans, but then when they got to the song is titled OnlyFans. So I thought that was like a pretty good little marketing move, and it did its thing. Like the video is about to hit 1 million views in a week.
So you totally fooled me. I was thinking fans. I was even at the radio station talking to the fans. They were like, damn, really? Like, we need to get on OnlyFans. So just know that if you did get on OnlyFans, you're good.
Right. So no, I never, I'm not actually on OnlyFans. I just have the song called OnlyFans. But,
if you decide to, you're good.
Not to do it, go do your thing, get your coin. But I knew people would be interested to see what my OnlyFans would be about. So I just knew that would really draw people in, get their attention, and it worked. And then once I got their attention, they weren't disappointed in the song because the song is fire. So
and the video too.
And then on the heels of that is gonna come the Webby single. October 28th.
MYOB.
MYOB stands for Mind Your Own Business. And then I'm about to drop the album in November, which I don't have the title for. I'm just finishing it up now. I was in the studio today. I'm in the studio tomorrow and the next. Just, you know what I mean, fine tuning everything, mixing everything down. But yeah, I need an album title name. I have like one idea so far, but I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna post a picture and just open it up to people and say, does anybody have any good ideas? Because I've done that before and people have came with good ideas. I don't think I've used an idea of someone yet, but hey, if someone's got a good idea, we'll pin the comment and we'll run with it.
So, Justina, you were recently on First Look on NBC.
Yes.
Johnny Bananas, and you two are friends. Can I just say, like, you're just so freaking, like, you're so entertaining. Like, you're just such an entertaining person. Like, how was that experience? I mean, you've done so much for MTV and Wildin' Out and all of that, but how was that experience?
Well, Johnny is my boy. Like, he's just crazy. And when me and him get together, like, I have so many people that always tell me, yo, we love you and Bananas together. So me and him met at MTV Beach House. I think it was 2016 or 17. I think 2017. And we just hit it off as soon as we met. So we started kicking it. We became cool. And then later that year, I ended up doing the challenge, which, you know, that's Johnny's realm. That's his world. So I ended up doing the challenge and we were already cool and had a rapport, but then we became like fast friends, like super cool on the challenge. We were always like doing funny stuff, pranking each other, whatever. So we've stayed friends this whole time. And he got his show with NBC maybe I think like a year ago. And he's been killing it with that. So when he called me to be on the show, I was like, you already know. So we filmed that probably like 9 months or a year ago. But he was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna bring you to court and Jerry Springer is gonna be the judge. I'm like, well, it doesn't. I don't even need any more details. What time? Right. And that was basically it. And then we got there. We pled our case to Jerry, and Jerry was just like, Jerry, okay, you guys are nuts. And you know, we had fun doing it. But that was a fun experience. I'm proud of him. He's killing it because he's definitely expanded his brand. I mean, he has like a new video game that just came out. I'm doing something with him on that. So he's killing it. He's a hustler. So anytime I could do something with Bananas, that's like a no-brainer.
You also have now the J. Valentina Boutique.
Yes.
And I'm on your Instagram and I'm looking at the bathing suits and all the things that you have and the masks. And how did you come up with this idea? And are you the one creating all of these clothes or?
So I have my company that also does my merch. So I also have my merch that's on JustinaValentine.com. And that's like my shirts that have my pictures, my hoodies, my beanies, my snapbacks. So the same people that I work to distribute that, I told them that I wanted to do a boutique. So we started just researching like all the different companies, all the different look styles. And I've been just getting like my favorite materials, fits, and then we can customize them to the color that I like, the print, the pattern, the design. So they'll get the pieces from like all different distributors, and then like we'll make it our own. And then we also have some pieces like there are some pieces that are handmade, like the masks, for instance. We hand make those. All the items that say J. Valentina Boutique. And like, I just know for me, I love how certain things fit. So that's what I wanted. Like, you know, I started the boutique in May. So the first wave of everything was very like summer oriented, obviously. A lot of bathing suits, cover ups, little outfits, two pieces that are like tiny. So now we're going to get into the next installment will be like more winter, more fall, more active gear. But I wanted stuff that I know just fits the body good. So everything that I sell, I try first. I try it on me to make sure I like it. That way when girls ask me like, oh, how does this fit? Is this good support on the boobs? Like, I'll keep it real with them. I'll be like, you know what, this bathing suit, if your tits are huge, it's not the best support, but it's cute. So I'll just let them know, you know what I mean, with every piece. And I let them know too, because sizes also could run a little differently per piece. So I like to try it on too, so I could like make little notes, you know what I mean? Runs true to size, runs a little small, runs a little big. So I'm very hands-on when it comes to that. And, you know, I've worked with a lot of different clothing companies myself. So I was like, well, I want to do my own shit, you know? Right. And again, that was something else that was birthed during the quarantine, because I said to myself, this is something I've been wanting to do. Like, I've had it on my I'll have like a to-do list for like the near future and then a to-do list for the far future. So this was something that was like on the to-do list, like for when I get to it, when I had time. When the quarantine hit, I pulled up this list. Okay, what is it I need to get done? Because let me do it now. So I have stayed like super, super busy during this downtime. So it's, I definitely made good use of the time, and I plan to continue to do so because they're saying, we might kind of be stuck in the house again in December, which, if you're in Connecticut and Jersey, December's not the worst time to be in the house, but
Right.
it definitely was something that took getting used to. I haven't been in the house this long ever. I can't even say like in just ever. So,
I want to say about your Instagram though with the J Valentina Boutique is that I like that you post like women who have bought the clothes, like you go back and repost the picture of them wearing it. I think that that's just really super helpful for the consumer, but also I think it's just like a really cool marketing plan. And I don't know, I just really like it because people don't do that. They just don't. Companies don't do that. And so I really love that idea.
yeah, no, thank you. And listen, every girl that like purchases from me, I appreciate them so much. And I'll usually sometimes photograph something prior to having it for sale. So when I'm posting the pictures, a lot of times it's not even on the site yet. So the people who buy it and post it, they're posting it after I've put it up. So for the pieces that I did put up later and I was able to find girls in it, I was like, oh, I'm definitely posting them. But I'll always post them in my story from my personal page because I want them to get a little, let some people follow them, get a little hot off it because, they're supporting me. I support them. And I want them to get a little couple extra followers and eyes on them because, everyone's grinding, doing their own thing. A lot of these girls are, models or hairstylists, whatever it is that they do, everyone could use a few extra followers. So I always show them love when I see someone post and tag the boutique. So ladies, keep supporting and I got you. I'm gonna keep tagging you up. But that's definitely something I thought about I wanted to do too, Jenny, is go back, like take a row or two to go back to some of these looks that, like I said, I posted before it was out for sale and just show love to, different females that have bought and purchased and took these bomb ass pictures. Cause a lot of these girls, like their pictures look amazing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so good in the
Oh,
clothes. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I know you have to jump on a conference call. I know you're super busy. So I just have one last question there for you, Miss Justina Valentine. You have conquered TV. You are killing it in the music business. You have your clothing brand. You have so much going on. What is next for you? Like, what else could you possibly conquer at this time?
well, I know, and shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for the love. And of course, shout out to my girl Jenny Boom Boom, one of the realest in the game. Period.
Thank you.
One thing that is definitely on my to-do list, and I, had some different meetings and things set up, which obviously all got postponed due to COVID, is that my next thing I want to do is do some film work, do a sitcom. Like I definitely want to break into TV and film, um, you know, in that realm, expand a bit. You know what I mean? So I think I'd be great for a sitcom, a role in a movie, maybe a action hero or something, kick some ass. You know what I mean? Jump out of some planes. But yeah, definitely film and TV is, my next goal that I want to definitely accomplish in 2021 and, start breaking into that market. That's my next goal.
I feel like you can do it. Everything you've set your mind to, Justina, you have done it. And congratulations. I mean, I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be prouder of you. I mean, honestly.
I love you. I appreciate you. You've always supported me since day one. So you already know anything you ever got going on, I'm down with. That's never a question. And, I still have from 2015 when you gave me a bomb ass intro at the Webby show in Connecticut. I still have that on camera. So you've been the same and showed the same love since before I've been on TV. So I love you and appreciate you always, Miss Jenny Boom Boom. And keep me in the loop with everything you got going on because you always got new things you're doing. So, whatever you're with, I'm with.
Thanks so much, Justina. Okay, well, get on your call to the UK. I hope
I got new stuff going on. I might have to put you on to that. We'll talk about that later. But Yeah, new business deal I got going down. But thank you so much for the love, Jenny. I appreciate you. I love you always. And when everything opens up, I definitely need to come see you at the radio station.
I
And
would,
eat.
I would love to go to the radio station. We'd love to have you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Tell Buck and Michi and everybody over at the station I said what up.
I absolutely will. All right, Justina, take care. Bye.
Thank you, babe.
Love Justina Valentine. So it's Who Will She Be Talking to Wednesdays. Thank you so much, Justina Valentine, for joining me tonight. We've been friends for a very long time, and I'm just so happy for her with all of her success. It's just an incredible, incredible thing. Tomorrow night at 7, we have A Bad Marriage for Life, so make sure and tune in for that on my IG at Jenny Boom Boom TV. Okay? Have a blessed night. Thank you so much for watching.